Hey guys, so we're on reason number 36 of the 50 reasons that Jesus came to die. And this one is to create a people passionate for good works. So Titus chapter 2 and verse 14 says, He gave himself to redeem us from all lawlessness and to purify for himself a people for his own possession, who are zealous to do good works. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard Christians are just do-gooders, like they're just people that do good. They're just goody goodies. Um, and what I want to say is that, yeah, actually, they should be. And why is that a bad thing anyway? I mean, it seems to me like the world could do with some more do-gooders. But also, if Christians are do-gooders, then it's worth asking the question, why? What's driving them? Why are these people doing good things? And people often get this wrong with Christians. They often get the wrong reason why Christians are doing good. See, people think that Christians are desperately trying to be really, really nice and good people so that God will like them, so that God will go, oh, what lovely people, they can come in. But that couldn't be further from the truth. 2 Timothy 1 verse 9 says this pretty clearly. God saved us, not because of our works. God saved us, not because of our works. So a fundamental truth here, an absolutely fundamental truth. We do good works because we are saved, not to be saved. Or let me put it another way. We are not saved by doing good. God is not impressed with us doing good things, but we do good things because we're saved. Do you get what it's saying? Picture it a bit like this. So there's two fathers, two different fathers, both of whom have a task for their children, and they expect their children to complete this task. However, their children are utterly incapable of completing the task that they've been set. One father won't help the children at all. He won't lift a finger. He expects them to figure it out and do it all of their own accord. And nothing that they ever do is going to be good enough. But they try harder and harder to impress him, working harder and harder, trying to be as good as they possibly can be. But alas, he remains utterly unimpressed. Even actually getting angrier at their failure, their inability to do the task. The second father sees his children struggling. He sees their complete inability to get this thing right. In fact, sometimes he looks and he sees them not even bothering to try. But his response is to have pity on them. His response is to love them. And so what he does is he goes and does the task for them himself. He shows them how it's done. He gives them an example to follow. He teaches them. And the kids love him because of this. And they just want to do stuff for him all the time because of what he's done for them. Not because he needs them to do stuff for him, but simply because they love him. And so they want to. They want to do stuff for him, knowing that he loves them in return. Do you see the difference there? And here's the really good news. The good news is that the God of the Bible is the second father. Thank goodness. We are the children that he looks on with pity because we can't complete the task. We're utterly useless at it. And the task, of course, is paying for our sin. We can't make it right with our Father. We can't make it up with him. So bad is how we've treated him that there is literally nothing that we can do to make the relationship right with him again. And by all rights, he should just turn his back on us and kick us out of the family home, never to return. That's it. Game over. But he doesn't. Instead, he makes the relationship right by sending his own son to die for us. His actual son is given to make the relationship right for the adopted children, which is what we are. We're like adopted children. What an incredible father. Now, if that doesn't inspire you to love him and want to show that love for him, I don't know what will. So, yeah, Christians do good because, or they should do good rather, because their father has done so much for them. But also because by doing good things, people might see something of God and want to know him as well or ask questions. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." And finally, what are these good works? What do these good works look like? What are these things that we really probably should be doing if we love God like we say we do? Well, use your imagination. Jesus helped anyone in need, whether it was physically, spiritually, or in any other way whatsoever. For him, it was all an opportunity to speak to people about his Father in heaven. And I tell you what, there's no shortage of people in need in this world. So there's plenty for us to be getting on with.